Welcome back to the second edition of Dudes Like Us.
Dude, that sounds so gay.
It does.
Is that
It
your
does?
broadcast voice? Or are you trying to... What are you doing?
Why
what's
did that
going on
sound
over
gay?
there?
Was that like Harry Carey?
Why did that sound
All
gay?
right, let's
Wow.
Can I do it over?
Say it again.
Welcome.
No. Say it normally.
Oh. Welcome to the
No,
second.
no. We literally,
Well, you have me
welcome
all.
back.
Well, hold on. You have
welcome
me
back.
Welcome back.
No. It'd be not,
We're dudes like
we're
us.
not eating like sun cakes, okay? We're having
Okay.
chocolate over
Okay.
here.
God, I'm so
Welcome
nervous.
back.
I'm so nervous.
Just
Okay.
throw the word
okay.
bitch
okay,
in there
I think
every
I
now
get
and
it.
then.
Yo, bitch. Welcome back.
No.
Hold on.
This isn't
Damn
the
it.
Eminem channel.
I'm struggling. All right, so just welcome back to the second edition of Dudes Like Us.
That's a lot better. It's a
you
lot
go.
better.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
It's a lot better. Just talk.
I'm digging
What the
it.
hell?
Yeah.
That first one was, what the hell, man?
Well, that was a deliberate welcome back. To
Yeah, it's so oatmeal and raisins.
Well,
It
of
was
course,
kind
it's
of-
over the
God.
top. It's making a joke.
It's not. It's embarrassing.
It is?
Not really.
God.
Great.
not
now,
embarrassing.
Now I'm humiliated.
Well, you should be.
Damn it.
Well, Sean feels that the podcast has been going downhill because you're not drinking, Paul.
I didn't say going down.
All right, down the hatch. Let's do this.
I said that.
It's time to get shit-faced,
I
boys.
said that it's lost a little bit of the spirit.
Because we're not getting blown up.
Well, welcome back to the second edition. I'm Paul.
I was like, all we got to do is make
Hey,
it
you
one
sound
more
like you have Down
podcast.
syndrome now.
Oh,
Then
wow. That was...
September's a free-for-all, man.
Yep. Oh, it's going to be wheels off. As soon as I end my fast, that's what I was joking with my wife. She was like, you're going to get, like, what'd she say? Like Labor Day weekend? I told
Labor
her.
Day weekend, I've got a keg of fucking Jack showing up.
I told her,
It's going to be an IV.
I told her I'm going to wake up Saturday morning. I'm going to do like 7 shots of something. I'm going to throw up by 9:30 and get this weekend started. Oh man, it's gonna be
Nah, there's
brutal.
nothing wrong with giving your body a break.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm trying to do a liver
Yeah.
cleanse.
Well, you know what? Whatever.
A liver cleanse.
Well,
whatever.
kind of what you're doing when you
Stop drinking.
when you stop drinking for a little while.
Have you stopped
we
drinking?
attempted to support your cause, and we were like, okay, well, if you're gonna quit drinking for a little bit, we will support that. We'll support
Okay,
that.
first
And
off,
then no,
Then
there's
the
no first off.
exceptions.
first off,
Then the
Second off.
rules start coming in. The clauses start to be coming out of the blue, and then I just found out this past Friday. Going to Total Wine, Paul's like, "Oh, we're allowed to do samples
Yeah,
at, the,
samples
at
are
Total Wine." I was
excluded
like,
from the
what
fast.
the fuck, man? I mean, you either drink or you don't drink. Now you
PBJs,
got
PBJs are
samples.
allowed. The whole 9 yards.
we didn't do
So Paul is
PBJs.
showing up every day at 5:00 to do like 10 samples at the Total Wine.
and they're like,
It doesn't
"Sir."
share it.
And you bring in a Coke.
Seriously.
Well-
you got a Coke.
Well, that's the thing. So
You're like Julian
I
from the
have
Trailer Park
had-
Brothers.
I'm trying. I don't know what day I'm on now. It's been at least 2 weeks. I have had however much Coke is in one drink, like because I shared a drink with my son.
You should not pick that
Up in
back up.
Arkansas?
Start drinking bourbon again. Kick the Coke habit.
I
Yeah.
swear I have not had. I mean, I've not gone on a soda fast like this.
Yeah, well, that's good,
Ever.
man.
Ever.
Stick with you know what, you might want to start buying, not necessarily club soda, but try dipping into some Perrier, or even better, some San Pellegrino.
Wow, sounds
Wow.
all fancy.
No, okay. So club soda, you got to imagine the content of the club soda has like very large bubbles. And I don't know the dynamic of this, but I mean, I don't understand how or why this happens, but San Pellegrino, I'm sorry, club soda has large bubbles. I don't know
Okay.
why. They're just large fucking bubbles. Perrier has
Little
less,
tiny ones.
No, it has
It's like-
less bubbles. They're not as big as regular club
It's
soda.
like champagne.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Right.
You know, but they're not as big as club soda. San Pellegrino has even smaller bubbles. I would say that's more
I
towards.
think you just like saying that word.
San
Which one?
Pellegrino.
Yeah, you tried to squeeze that word in to a sentence like 8 times.
I'm waiting for his like New Jersey accent to come out.
Yeah, he's like San Pellegrino. Yeah, there's a smaller, but San Pellegrino. Just kept saying it over and over and over again.
Well, here's the thing.
Perrier.
I worked at the Four Seasons, so I mean, they basically had an assortment of carbonated soda waters. And that's the only reason I know the differences between them. And I've tasted all of them frequently. And it's my experience that I enjoy San Pellegrino out of all of them because the fact that you know how you drink a soda. I don't care if it's Coke, Sprite, Club Soda, and you drink it too much, and all of a sudden you just like you got like the
belch.
It's you're overwhelmed with this. I go, oh my god, I got to stop for a second, and then and you fucking burp out a lung.
See, I love that.
Like
I
a
love
release.
the burn when I first take a freezing cold Coke and I gulp, and it burns your throat.
That's the acid from the.
I love that.
The boric acid
and
that
now
they make the
I'm
Coke from.
missing it horribly. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, anyways,
I don't like the flavor of soda water.
Well,
Oh, it sucks. There's no flavor.
It's like saltier. There's a flavor to it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I tried to do that. I tried to do the bourbon and soda water with the simple syrup, and I tried like
it's an acquired
it doesn't
taste.
work. It doesn't work.
I tell you, the reason why
Nothing
I
works like
tolerate
Coke.
club soda nowadays is when we lived in when we lived in Europe, in Germany, we drank a lot of seltzer water, and
Seltzer water.
yeah, which is
Did you have one of those bottles?
yeah,
the
we run
20s?
around the
I
house.
think I tried that too. I think it was a cola flavored seltzer, cola, and I was like, perfect. Now I can have the cola flavor. Oh my god!
There are some regions where you simply just can't drink the tap
It
water.
didn't work.
Or the tap water is just not conducive for some
Like
folks.
Flint, Michigan.
Well, definitely
That's
Flint,
one
Michigan.
of them. Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah.
Lead pipes
Yeah.
and stuff. Good
You can mix it
grief,
with your
man.
bourbon though.
Yeah, so I never saw the appeal of like Topo Chico. It's like it's nasty to me. Anyway.
Well, it's
don't
club
know.
soda.
It seems to be the fad.
frankly, it's retarded. I mean, some of these. I'm serious. I mean, the fact that so many people are coming out with so many different club sodas.
Right.
How is Topo Chico any different from Perrier? I mean, get the fuck out of here. I
Right.
mean, you've got Schwann's or Schwitz or whatever. You've got these store-bought
Schweppes.
Schweppes. Maybe that's what it is. I forget.
Schweppes.
Schweppes.
It's
And
just
they're making so much damn money. All they're doing is injecting carbonation into water.
carbon dioxide
That's freaking crazy.
into water, and they put it in. I mean, they're selling water.
right, basically.
It's ridiculous.
with bubbles.
And they
And
charge a
Some
shit
big
ton.
They're
bubbles,
charged-
some little bubbles.
They're well. I mean, those are in between club soda and Perrier.
Yeah.
I wish we had a chart. I would pull out I'd Ross Perot the fuck out of this.
Bubble size?
Yeah, absolutely.
A bubble size?
Was
chart?
it Ross Perot or
I'm
was
all-
it Admiral? What was the guy's name? His vice president who was just
Oh my
there in
god.
the bed. Where am I at? Where? What?
Yeah. Oh, they brutalized him on SNL.
Who's this?
Ross Perot's vice president. He was a general or something like that.
Admiral.
Admiral.
He was a former
like,
admiral, and he was like 117 years old.
Yeah, during a debate, did he go, "Where am I at? What am I doing?" Yeah.
He didn't say that, but that's what they did on
Do,
SNL.
Maybe that's what it
do you guys remember Craig Alexander?
He was a running back for SMU, right?
Get the fuck out of here! You're
the hell? Where'd you
far-fetched.
get that?
He's made this shit.
Craig Alexander.
I think Craig Alexander was he was a presidential nominee. And I think when Reagan was
Yeah, you're pulling shit out of your ass. What are you talking about here?
Well,
That's Gary
fucking
Hart,
put
and-
Craig Alexander in there. Open up another one, Mister.
There's Alexander Haig.
No. Alexander
there was
Haig
an
was the
Alexander
Secretary
Craig.
of Treasurer. Is that right?
I don't know. Why are we talking about this dude anyway?
Well, because I want to make sure the motherfucker lives.
He's a triathlete.
he's a triathlete.
Nah,
Craig Alexander.
Okay, put presidential.
Gary.
I may be full of shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
You did hit right?
well, it came
Or did
back
you just
with-
break it?
Is that him?
Well, I mean, did he run for
He's
president?
the Allegheny County judge of the orphans.
Well,
Ah,
whatever.
that's
I
the one
guess
you were
I'm
looking
wong.
for. Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
well,
so
I'm going
yeah.
to do a deep hunt for this guy.
Well, what is the significance of this guy?
Well, I mean, he was one of those people that would use a lot of charts, and one of the reasons that kicked him out of the presidential nomination was because he did this one thing where he was like, one of his.
Oh no, that was not Craig
Oh.
Alexander. That was a Democrat. He was a Democrat.
Yes, you're talking about. Is it Huckabee?
No, it's not. No, he was a Democrat.
Oh, a Democrat. Yeah, he'd go, we're going to take Michigan, and we're going to take Delaware, and we're going to...
Yes.
That was all right.
That's what you're talking about.
That's when when Bush was running.
That guy was hilarious.
That's when the
yeah, but what was his name? I thought it was Craig Alexander.
No.
it's not. It's not.
No.
Craig Erickson.
Oh, gosh.
I think it was when Bush ran
Yes.
for president in 2000. So 2000 presidential candidates.
That is a very funny video. You have to play it when we do finally get it. We're gonna take Michigan, and we're gonna take it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's exactly what it was.
My God, I can't believe I can't. I'm frustrated because I can't remember
Howard?
his name.
Was it Howard something? No,
Howard.
that sounds familiar. Howard.
He's done in this list.
Yeah.
Donald J. Trump ran in 2000 on the Reform Party.
I didn't know that.
Huh.
All right. It was. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to.
Or was it when Clinton ran?
It might have been.
Or when Obama ran? It wasn't that long ago, was it?
Was he a presidential nominee?
Yeah, he was running
Yeah.
for presidential. Try 2008. I know exactly who you're talking about, though. That whole speech, and that's what got him out of the race.
Yeah, after that, his ratings were through the floor.
He was brutalized.
Yeah.
So that was at the same time, where it was with Dan Quayle, right? Was that the same era?
No,
That's
Dan-
first Bush.
Yeah, Dan Quayle was way before that.
So presidential nominee, I could have sworn it was Craig. Well, obviously it's not, but
Howard sounds right.
Mhm.
Howard Dean. Howard Dean. Is that it?
It might be. It might be. It might be. Look up Howard Dean.
that was in 2004.
Yeah, that's him. Howard Dean.
That's him. All right, look up. There it
right there.
is.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is it.
Great.
You know something? If you had told us 1 year ago that we were going to come in third in Iowa, we would have given anything for that. And you know something? You know something? Not only are we going to New Hampshire, Tom Harkin, we're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. And we're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah!
That right there killed him.
It did. They did. It did. It sunk him because it was.
We
So
will
mocked.
not give up. We will not give up in New Hampshire. We will not give up in South Carolina. We will not give up in Arizona or New Mexico, Oklahoma, North Dakota, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan. We will not quit now or ever. We want our country back for ordinary Americans.
Yeah, that destroyed his candidacy.
It kind of did. I mean, because they mocked him mercilessly.
Oh yeah, it was bad.
You know, but you're watching it right then. It wasn't that bad. But man, at the time,
It was
it
back in
was-
the day.
Oh, it was so bad. So funny. Yeah, there's been these moments throughout these presidential campaigns and vice president debates and all this kind of stuff. I mean, what are some of the biggest gaffes? I remember, well, no, not even during the campaigns. I mean, what's his name? You mentioned him earlier.
Dan Quayle.
Dan Quayle. He was brutalized for,
Sir, you're no John Kennedy or something like that.
well, and he corrected somebody's spelling mistake, and it was
potato.
correct. Tomato or potato.
It was potato. Yes.
Yeah, they brutalized him for that.
Yeah. He never. Well, he was vice president, but his image was destroyed at that point.
Yeah, I think it pretty much was.
Yeah.
And do you think Kamala Harris? Do you think her reputation is destroyed by now?
I think it is.
Oh, of course.
I think it is. Her
It's horrible.
almost her entire team has quit.
I know.
Well, that's because I heard she's a bitch.
Well, she's a bit. She doesn't want to do anything, so she doesn't read briefs
Is
or
that-
anything.
Well, hold on. Is it because she doesn't want to do anything, or is it because they don't want her to do anything? Because I'm thinking they don't want her doing shit.
Well, I don't think she wants to do anything. I think she's
afraid
feels
to.
it's beneath her, like they gave her the border.
Why does the word scrambling stuff still happen? Like she's gone through a couple speechwriters.
I think it's a mental thing. I don't think it's a speechwriter.
it can't
I think
be.
It's
I
a
mean,
mental.
nobody's going to write a speech like that,
No.
and so she's not going to read it.
What do you mean word scramble?
You don't know
Her
what we're talking
word
about?
salad. Her
Word salad.
salads.
That's what it is. She goes through these word salads where she like repeats the same thing. You know, we're going to sit down because when we sit down, that's what the country wants to do. We sit, and sitting down is what we want to sit. Like she'll do that kind of stuff.
That's kind of like a Jerry Seinfeld episode.
Yeah, it's
you know?
crazy. It's like
Who wants to go to the car?
And
I mean,
she's
the
done
car's over there. No one wants to go to the car. Do you want to go to the car? I don't want to
No,
go to
it's
the car.
even worse than that. What she says doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
So
but she does it like once a month.
I know.
For every speech.
And it's almost like you think that she's reading it off the prompter, but it's impossible. No,
You know, it's funny is that
no one would write a speech
probably
like that.
He's probably like I banged the vice president. Was that Montel?
Montel.
What was the guy's name that
Arsenio Hall?
No, not the guy that she was dating. She didn't date Arsenio. She dated is it Montel Williams?
The talk show guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Kamala Harris?
Yeah, she was dating Montel Williams. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Or she was sleeping with the guy that
The mayor.
the mayor.
that too.
That's how she got to where she was.
Yeah, she slept her way to the top.
Yeah, she totally did.
Yeah, I don't see her either being on the ticket, or if Joe doesn't run, she won't be the nominee.
Yeah, see, here's an example: a 2-minute non-answer. I don't want to sit through 2 minutes of Kamala Harris, so don't worry about it. Don't play it. But anyway, yeah, she just gives these. She just talks in circles and really doesn't say anything.
The way she talks.
Yeah,
it's
Montel Williams dated Kamala for sure.
It's almost kind of the way she talks, her inflections, and the way she talks. It's.
They dated in 2019.
So insincere. I thought she's married.
She is. I get the impression. I get the impression that she is.
Yeah, right there. Montel addressed his dating history with Kamala. Oh, he had addressed it in 2019, so he may not have been banging her then.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I get the distinct impression that she is unsure of herself and nervous and totally in over her head. I think that's why she talks like that.
I think she's in over her head. She's too unqualified for this position.
Oh, she was unqualified for the position she had in California.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a wreck. You know?
It's one of those.
Anyway.
I'll tell you that's the problem when you get these people that get these appointed jobs based on the people they know as opposed to based on their credentials.
Right.
And she's an idiot. And, I hate calling, well, maybe she's not an idiot, but you know what? She's definitely doesn't have the aptitude to do any of the jobs that she's had in the last 10 years.
But you're right. The exodus that she has on her team, that's eye-opening.
It's bad.
Oh, it's really bad.
It's bad. Yeah, they're all leaving. All her top team members are gone.
Yep.
Or in the process of leaving because they're like, well, we're not. I don't know if she's a bitch. I heard it's a toxic work environment.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could see that. I mean, you saw how she behaved in the vice presidential debates with Pence. I mean, she was just
ugly.
I'm talking.
Right.
I'm talking.
And because I'm a woman.
Right.
You may feel comfortable interrupting most women, but
you're not going to talk over me. I mean, really? I mean, it's like, excuse me. I was just like, oh.
I'd be like, no, I do that if there's a guy sitting there too.
Oh, I was like, dude, you have the most ugly personality, man.
Yeah. So I don't see her. If they keep her on the ticket, I don't know if Joe's going to run. I think he'll make the announcement after the midterms, right? However that goes, right? Because now there's talk that the Dems are coming back. But now I'm seeing it's a false comeback that they're really not polling that well.
They're not. The media's trying to pull it together.
Right.
I mean, they're going to get trounced.
Right. So I think after, who knows? I'm not, I thought Trump was going to win too. I thought he was going to pull it out.
No, he did win. But
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a blowout. How can this old guy in his basement pull this out?
Yeah, agreed. And, man, and who is going to run for the Democrats?
That's what I mean.
It's almost the 2-year mark.
They don't have anybody.
I think it'll be Buttigieg. I think it'll be who's the shithead out in California? Gavin Newsom.
Oh, the
I think he'll run, even though he said he's not going to. I think his ego is
what
big
about
as the fucking moon. He may try again.
Yeah. Well, he may.
What about Liz Cheney?
There may be a lot of sympathy towards her.
She may. She's propping up. She wants to elect the Democrats.
Can you imagine if she runs as a Democrat for president?
Well,
she says she's a conservative, and she's trying to get get rid of the Trump Republicans to get back to true conservatism.
Really?
That's what she said.
What a joke.
Well, I see her point,
I do not.
on the because the far right has gone way to the right and the left has gone way to the left, but it's not fair for her to make that decision on where it should be.
Right.
But she's a piece of poop. I mean, just the fact, what a snake. I mean,
Right.
just
Total
the fact that
snake.
she was gonna coerce the Democrats for.
Well, she's going to campaign and try to get the Democrats elected.
Yeah, she was trying to convince Democrats to switch parties so they could vote in the Republican primary so that she wouldn't get trounced.
It would have taken a lot of Democrats.
Oh, she got murdered.
40%.
Even with people that did switch.
She lost by 40%.
Yeah. Oh, she got. And you would think that you would have some humility after a loss like that.
She does not.
None. Zero. She's got zero humility.
I wonder.
I'm going to run a campaign still.
Well, she's part of one of those political juggernaut families, right? The Cheneys.
Right.
And I wonder if she feels it's her right to be
Absolutely.
in government.
Oh, she grew up with it.
Yeah. That whole cabal of that group of family.
Who besides Dick Cheney was there? Are you saying there was another?
Oh, I don't know.
Dick Cheney's father?
Well, the whole Bush clan.
Yeah. No, I agree.
The whole Bush clan. There's a slew of them that for 40 years.
Yeah, they said this is going to be the first time there isn't a Cheney,
Bush, Clinton, and there was one other, McCain. So Jerry Nadler won tonight.
Did he really?
Are you
Yes.
kidding me?
Jerry Nadler
He beat
won.
out that lady. Yeah.
Who was he running? Was it a Republican?
No, it was a Democratic primary. It
well,
was a lady who has been in just as long as him. But Nadler is such a hack.
He's such a douchebag. I'm just like, how do these people keep getting
So
elected?
his 10th congressional district since 2013. He'd been in he's in his 15th term in Congress.
30 years. 30 years.
Just nauseating.
He used to be extremely fat. He looked like the penguin.
Well, I mean, he's starting to get fat again.
There he is. Look at that.
Wow.
He had thumb stomach or something. He had some kind of surgery done. He had to lose that much weight.
So what was? I remember watching a committee hearing, where. Oh, it was who's the firecracker?
Jim Jordan.
African American. Candace
in the house. Oh,
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens.
Right.
It was in her. She was talking about something, and we saw the clip. It had something to do with. Anyway, Nadler was like.
Well, they had governor from from Hawaii, Governor Liu,
thank you.
and he was saying she was doing a speech about Israelis and he had taken
She said something about Nazi Germany.
Yeah, he
took it
had
out of
taken
context.
a snippet of that, and she just kind of listened to him with a look on her face, and she's like, "That's not what I said." Oh no! And then she said, "You completely took everything out of context," and then. She said something, and then Jerry interrupted her and says, "You're going to refrain from calling."
You will not call the senator from something stupid.
And she said, "That's not what I said."
Yeah, she goes,
"That's not what I said at all."
You must think we're stupid. You won't call that. Yeah, and he goes, "Yeah."
He wasn't even fucking listening.
I know and then he was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah."
Carry on.
Let me go shit myself.
Yeah,
I mean, he was just a loser, man.
and then but the loser was Lou, the governor. Was he governor or congressman? Congressman Lou. What a piece of shit! He knew it. You can see the look on his face.
I know,
when he played it.
He
played
away with
it,
it.
and then she drug him under the bus. It says, he says, I actually took a flight to Israel and was volunteering or performed in some sort of ceremony with the Nazis.
Yeah.
Not with the Nazis,
The
but
Holocaust thing.
for the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Were you on that flight? Because it was some sort of a statement. It was some sort of big celebration or a big time stamp where I guess it was like the 50th year or something like that.
Right.
She says, I was actually on that flight. I was actually there. Were you there? No.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
She is very well spoken.
Yeah,
and I can't wait for her to jump up into the politic leagues.
Yeah, she's going to. She's definitely going to.
She's super smart. Her and Charlie Kirk. And
yeah, I was just about to ask, who are the up and comers?
Charlie Kirk is he's smart. He's very odd looking though.
Well,
He looks like Charlie Brown.
He's got a big head.
Odd.
He's got an
Tucker Carlson.
He's got an extremely big head, but his face is very small.
Big head, tiny face. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but they're smart, and you know
you're
what?
Right.
They work very well together. I mean, because they're used to doing these remotes, podcasts, and you know, and it's what is the in the morning? What is the other one? The show with the guns.
What?
Oh my God!
The show with the guns.
No, it's not with the fucking guns. I forget the goddamn. There's another whatever the latest talk show is. There's a younger guy. He's from Canada. And he's always wearing a gun. I think he lives here in Dallas. Something.
A guy? Dana Loesch? She was with the NRA for a while.
No, it's a guy. It's I got a brain fart.
No, but
Tarek does his books.
Oh, Louder with Crowder.
There you go. We're gonna have to do some major editing on this.
Has nothing to do with guns.
Major.
Yeah, well, he always has like he has a coffee cup with a gun on his thing. It doesn't have anything to do with guns, but he's wearing a gun on his show all the time. You know, he's a proponent for guns. Is my point.
Oh yeah, well, the Charlie Kirk is really smart. He either he started or he's very high up in the Turning Point USA.
Yeah, Louder Crowder. This guy Crowder, he's by no means going to run for politics. He's all talk, and he does good talk. He's a good debater, but he's not going to be running for politics. And the group that he has for his podcast works well with them. That's a very SNL style setup with a bunch of gimmicks and and they've got a.
It's very Howard Sternish, I think.
Yeah, and they do a lot of acting on little. Look at they dress up and stuff, and I don't see us ever doing anything like maybe Paul, but I don't see us really.
No, I don't think I'm going to do that either.
Well,
yeah. No.
I like his YouTube where he has a topic, and then it's changed my mind.
Yeah, it changed my mind. He goes out to different colleges and sets up a table.
There's only two genders. Changed my mind.
And then you got these people that just lose their fucking minds reading it. They're in the middle of the campus and somewhere, and they're like try storing them, and he's got the security guards.
Yeah, a lot of it's here, like at UT. A lot of it's down there, and you'll see him at SMU. You'll see him at University of Texas, down at Texas State.
But Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, those are two firecrackers. I would love to jump into the politics.
Yeah, they will.
You have.
We should invite them to the podcast.
Yeah, they're way above our pay grade. But you also have
you
podcasters.
never know. Shoot them an email. Just hey, we're trying to get started. We'd love to have you on.
Like what's the dude from? We used to watch his podcast all the time. Owen Schroeder, but he works for I am so bad right now in the fucking brain. I'm losing my mind. The guy the fat dude, he just went to goddamn court and lost from the Sandy Hook.
Oh yes, he's kind of Owen Schroeder.
Owen Schroeder works for his company, but what is the name of the company? It's InfoWars. All right, and then the guy that owns that is Alex Jones. There we go.
Right
there you go, Alex Jones, and he just lost $49 million. He's supposed to be given to the.
Well, he doesn't have 40.
He was saying Sandy Hook was a hoax.
Man, all he was
was he joking?
No,
he wasn't.
But here's the thing, man. You guys
an idiot.
No, man.
He's an idiot. He lost his case.
He did lose the case, but you know why? It's a bunch of fucking Democrat-run programs. But that's the reason why he lost his case. The reason why he lost it is he wasn't necessarily saying that that it was all fraudulent. He was just saying, it's mighty strange because at the same time they had a bunch of floods that were happening, and you had these CNN reporters that were out there, and then he's standing in waders in the middle of water, and then you have this person kind of walking behind him,
right?
Like, there was no need for him to be in the water because that was retarded. It's all there's a lot of fake shit going on.
I know.
And you have these people, professional disaster people that show up to be in the film.
Oh yeah, but Sandy Hook, he said was a fraud.
Well, he was saying that there was the potential for it to be a fraud. You know,
which is ridiculous.
well, he was just like this podcast. You know, we're just talking. You know, and he's just throwing shit out there, and it doesn't necessarily mean that's how he thought. And then he said that, but the fact is that he did say it, and they're making it stick, and it supposedly did damage, which it didn't do. It didn't do damage. The fucking people that
I don't know
hate
if it
him
did or not, but man, $49 million?
Do you guys know what Alex Jones has done with his investigative reporting? Have you heard any of the stories he's done?
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't.
I mean, he has a lot of plausible things.
Like if you lick the frogs, you get the frogs are there's some kind
no,
of
no,
chemical
no. What
or
he was
something like that.
he wasn't saying lick the frogs. What he was saying that the frogs were turning gay. That's what he was saying. You know, well, come on, that's not what I was getting at. And he was joking with that too. You know, it's kind of like how
I don't think so.
But look, he's using the same concept as Jurassic Park. And, you know, when you only have female species out there,
it's asexual.
that nature
Asexual.
Well, whatever. That's you know, he's kind of like me from the perspective, like sometimes he just says shit, you know, ungrounded. And, you know, and he's paying the price for that. But he went on to some sort of place where, you know, all the presidents would meet and the high officials from all over the planet would meet, and they do some sort of weird cult-esque kind of thing.
Nice.
And he was there, and he was videotaping and getting kind of, you know, there's...
Is it like Eyes Wide Shut?
I don't know what
With
it's
Tom
like.
Cruise.
Where they wear those little like
masquerade balls. So you don't.
I'll
know
tell
who
you
they
what,
are.
and
look,
they're all naked with each
I'm not
other.
going to support him. I'm not going to say anything else because, you know, just like the Democrats, you guys are kind of poking at this thing. But, you know, the stuff that he has put out there, if you can really find a good, true copy of some of his journalism that he did, he's an incredibly smart guy. This guy
That could be. I'm not going to support him on his Sandy Hook commentary.
Dude,
though.
agreed. Nobody agrees with that. He doesn't even agree with that. You know, he even said that. I don't think that something I misspoke. He even said that out loud. But the damage was done.
Yeah. The
You know,
damage was
so
done.
you know, it's too late for that.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, yeah. But I remember there was some scandal about them being kicked off of some platform.
Oh yeah, they completely
censored
deplatformed him.
From everywhere.
100%. Yes.
Well, what
Everywhere.
for? Was that because
Everywhere.
of his Trump?
It's because of everything that he's done. Yes, not because of Trump, because of the Sandy Hook, because of the everything that he came out with. They completely deplatformed him. He was the first one that they completely deplatformed.
Yeah, but you
And-
say
and
everything, and there's
did he-
only two things: there's Sandy Hook, and there's the frog thing. The frogs are gay.
Oh no! Well, his whole InfoWars got deplatformed.
And so,
Oh, really? So
did he
Schroeder's
tank?
no longer there?
No,
So it tanked. Like he's not what he used to be now.
No,
Because
he was on YouTube. His big thing was YouTube, right?
yeah,
So he was off of that. So he started his own website,
yeah,
and he had to find a server that would host him.
same deal.
So
As Parlor.
right,
Man, I'm telling you, there's
So his videos were on his website, so you couldn't find them on YouTube anymore.
So is he still significant? Like,
Man-
did he lose like a ton of people, or did they go with him?
well, he's been
or-
on the Joe Rogan show. He shows up to the Joe Rogan show once every 3 or 4 months. And he actually, because he and Joe are friends, and Joe extends him the opportunity to speak his mind, and Joe will stop him whenever he starts going off on these tirades. But if you listen to some of the things that he's saying, a lot of the stuff he says holds water. You know, and he talks about it. He will talk about the corruption, and
Right.
he'll just
Yeah,
flat
I don't
out
know.
say it.
I don't know enough about Alex Jones. To
I
comment on him.
I know really nothing about him other than then that he was InfoWars and he got deplatformed and now he's paying this
He's paying,
There's,
paying the price.
paying this price for saying it was a hoax.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's gonna bankrupt him for sure. You know, he's gonna have to start all over. But again, I go back to you know, it's basically it's kind of like what you do in court when you want to smear a witness. As what do you call that when you want to make them lie or you want to make them look bad? It makes
Discredit.
them it discredits them.
Right.
And so I think that the thing that they did with Sandy Hook was strategic. So to discredit him, so anything that he's done in the past, which he has done a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
he
telling you,
becomes like a crazy person.
if you look and you read some of the stuff that he's done, he's uncovered a lot of shit.
Yeah, I don't know
And
any of that.
Well, nobody does because they suppress it.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
pull up Alex Jones, the only thing you're going to see is this shit. You're not going to see some of the investigative reporting he's done because he's done tons of it. and he talks about it, and he says, "I've got video of it. I've got recordings of this." You know,
Right.
and he would do real espionage shit. Like when I was telling you about, he went into the whatever city it was in the United States where there were probably 50 different people from all over the planet in this one meeting.
Was it Des Moines?
I don't know.
That was my guess too.
It was on it was on a couple different shows. I mean, this is back when he was nothing. Nobody really knew him.
Right.
And that was kind of like one of his big stories.
No,
and
but
then
I
that got suppressed.
Yeah, I remember watching the Owen Schroyer during when Trump was getting elected, and he was brilliant. Brilliant. He was going to these college campuses and interviewing people.
I've never even heard of this guy.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing now.
Yeah, what is he doing? What is
I have
Owen
no idea.
Schroyer
But
doing now?
he had some really good videos out there, just making these people look stupid because he knew his shit.
Right.
I mean, he knew his shit.
Well, I mean, there's always videos coming out where, like, what do you think about this? And they say, like, oh my God, he's the most corrupt. Like, they'll say, do you think Trump is corrupt? And they'll go, oh my God, he's the most corrupt president in the history of the United States. And they'll go, what? So what is an example of something that he was corrupt about? And they'll be like, well,
that's the new footage where they said that
they have no idea what they're talking
that
about.
he broke the law. That
Yeah, they're just regurgitating what the media
Schroyer.
tells them.
I said Schroeder. I'm sorry.
Schroyer, yeah, and the guy asked, okay, what crime did Trump commit? And the guy just looked at him like, I'm done with this interview.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I got to go to class.
He can't answer it.
Yeah, I forgot to wipe my butt.
There's chargeable crimes. Okay,
So
which
dumb.
ones are what crimes did he commit?
So dumb.
And he couldn't do it.
He should be in jail for what? Well, he lies a lot. He's a racist.
I don't believe that.
It's so dumb. All of it's so dumb.
And it's in the sad thing is that we don't really know. All we hear is what we hear, like with Alex Jones, for example. I'm not giving him credit. I'm not saying he's good or bad. I'm just saying that there's a lot of stuff that he has unearthed that has been suppressed. And there's a reason why people discredit people and slander them, and because he has said stupid shit. But hell, based on the things that I've said in the past, I mean, people should never listen to this podcast.
Yeah,
For sure.
You should be dead by now.
Well, they really only listen to Jeff and I.
I thought.
I'm surprised the Clintons haven't come for you yet.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Speaking of really like the jury coming back with a big award, like the what was it? How much did they? 46 million? What was it?
$49 million.
All right. So did you hear about the $1.8 billion award given to the siblings who lost their parents to Ford? The Ford rollover, roof.
No.
Yeah, so they were saying that the roof of the truck was substandard, and they knew it. They knew it was substandard, and so yeah, they awarded them $1.8 billion.
That doesn't make sense.
That's extremely high.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. This is just this week.
Look
that up,
they
Mr.
won't
Producer.
pay that.
Ford.
They'll appeal that.
Ford.
They can't afford that.
Yeah.
They just laid off 3,000 people.
Ford court case.
Yeah, they just laid off 3,000 people in the expectation that they're going to.
Well, hold on. Ford commits to investing $1.8 billion to become first manufacturer in Canada to build full battery.
Ford hit
electric.
with $1.7 billion verdict for F-Series pickup roof collapse
7.
that killed couple. Roof collapse that killed couple.
So the couple's not even alive. Who's getting the money?
It's the
kids.
It's the kids. All right, so there was when the roof of their F-250 pickup collapsed during a rollover accident. They had been awarded $1.7 billion. They knew.
I think if I was.
They knew of the problem years before the fatal crash, acting slowly to correct it, and that other deaths resulted from the same design flaw. What's the design flaw? What is a roof?
Is this a class action suit?
It doesn't
That
look like
would make
it.
more sense.
It doesn't look like it.
Well, it says on others.
Well, that's other people have died in rollover crashes, but no, it's a family of an elderly couple. It's not a class action. So what exactly is the roof design problem? Like, how does a roof kill somebody? It caves in.
Well, I
It
mean,
doesn't hold its
look
structure.
look at the picture.
a
Scroll
lot
down
of
a little
scroll
bit.
down.
a
Let's
lot of
look
these
at that picture.
vehicles, when you're designing a vehicle, you got basically a cage. You get that roll bar that's supposed to protect the vehicle when you roll.
Okay, well, there's the picture right there. The roof is completely
Yeah, it's completely flattened because there was no roll bar.
interesting. All right, well,
And there's a lot of cars out there like that currently. I mean, a lot of them.
$1.7 billion.
They won't pay that. This will be in court for years. It'll get appealed. It'll get appealed. It'll get reduced.
It says perhaps even more troubling is that
Or
the
they'll
best-selling
end up
F-150
whacking-
pickups.
They'll end up whacking the whole family.
Right.
Or
It
that.
says all F-150 pickups made before 2009 have the same roof design. Oh boy, how are they going to fix that?
With that 1.8 billion. Yeah.
No, that the 1.8 billion goes to the
Yeah,
family.
I get it. But it's just it's not logical. It's not reasonable for them to even suggest 1.8 and print it is almost ridiculous.
Well, they want it.
You
in
know,
court.
I mean, it's just
It'll
like
be interesting what happens
Well,
next.
I think they're trying to punish Ford because they knew about it apparently.
That's exactly what they're trying
And
to
it's
do.
like you knew about this, and maybe it's a number that says it would have cost this much to fix all those trucks.
Right.
So that's how much you're getting charged.
But there's a better way to do that. First of all, you apply whatever reimbursement the family would need, and then you apply a penalty towards Ford for not fixing their shit.
That's
what that is. That's a
what
penalty.
that is. It's called
That's-
punitive damages.
Yeah, but that money goes towards those people.
Correct.
Okay.
That's right.
So when they have to pay a penalty, doesn't that normally go to the state?
No.
When you say, "Hey, look, we found some things that you did wrong," and
That
you're
would be they can be fined.
Huh.
They can be fined by the safety board.
Ford got sued.
They got sued, privately sued.
Well, you know what? Ford was one of the only companies that didn't stick their hand out for that $600 billion recovery that Obama. Was it Obama that did that?
It was Obama.
Mm-hmm.
$600 billion the car manufacturers out there.
Ford didn't take the money. GM did.
Yeah, you don't see.
Was it Obama? Because I know that Bush.
No, it was Obama.
Well, Bush put together an emergency.
No, because it was
His
after
was-
2008. It was after 2008 was the collapse. Remember, they're too big to fail.
Too big to fail.
Yeah, so it was $600 billion for that to bail out the automobiles, and Ford was like, "No, we're not going to do that. We're going to suck it up." And then they also did a
GMC.
car buyback, where not a buyback, but where we'll give you $1,500 for a piece of shit car. Anything you own, like there was a car sitting in your back, they'll give you $1,500 for it. I don't even know what the fuck to deal with that, but Obama did that. Ridiculous.
I don't remember
Ridiculous.
that.
This is ridiculous. $1.8 billion, $1.7 billion. It's ridiculous.
Like I said, they won't get
kinda
that
is.
much. They won't get that much. Ford's going to appeal. It'll get reduced. Now, it's still going to be a lot of money.
And what's crazy is 60% of that goes to the legal firm, or even more than that.
60%? I'm thinking 30.
I think it's the majority goes to the legal firm.
I
Is
don't
what I
think so.
understood.
No, I don't
No?
think so. Oh, I don't know. I've never had to go through this.
Yeah. I mean, when I won my $1.3 billion suit.
Sean watched Boston Legal with William Shatner
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should be an expert on
that
this.
other guy from Blacklist.
from Blacklist.
The guy from Blacklist?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is
the
his name?
guy that's Spader?
Yeah.
James Spader.
James
Look at
Spader.
me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Wow, I
Yeah.
came up with a name before you did.
Yeah. You did. I was impressed.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow. Yeah, I trip out on some of these television shows, and like you think of William Shatner. You had mentioned something like that, and I think of him being from Star Trek, and we had the death of
Star Trek.
of the what was the black lady's name?
Uhuru.
Yeah,
Uhura.
what's her real name?
Nichelle Nichols.
Yeah, Michelle Nichols.
Oh.
You start thinking of these and how hot they were. I mean, I had some crushes on some of these.
On Uhura?
Well,
You had
that, but just some 80s chicks back there. When we were growing up, it was just talking about William Shatner. We were talking about some 80s stuff earlier, and we were talking about cool things like in the first episode of the Dudes Like Us podcast tonight. But we never touched up or talked about some of the crushes that we had. Because the 80s crushes. I mean, I had a lot growing up, didn't you? I mean,
I
what
liked
was
all of them.
there was some Irish girl that was on all the beer commercials. Do you guys remember her?
No.
Yeah, I don't either. Sigourney Weaver.
No,
No.
Sigourney Weaver didn't do it for me.
She didn't do it for me either.
How about
No.
Molly Ringwald from?
No.
No, Molly Ringwald didn't. Heather Locklear?
Mine was Demi Moore in About Last Night.
Demi Moore was cute.
In that movie, she was stunning, and she hasn't looked the same since. Really,
Demi Moore.
yeah.
Demi Moore was a fox for a
she
long,
had-
long time.
Well, yeah, I know, but in About Last Night, she looked absolutely amazing. That was one of my big time crushes.
I think Farrah Fawcett back in the early 80s.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with just to jog the memory. We need to come up with a list.
Cheryl Ladd.
Yeah, we need to see a list of.
Well, yeah, from
of-
the Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, any of the Charlie's Angels. chicks.
Suzanne Summers. I mean, from Three's Companies as well. I mean, you have several blondes that went through there. Cheryl Ladd. I don't remember. I forget who the other ones were.
Christy McNichol. Didn't you have a hots for
Oh,
her?
for eight is enough.
I did. Where
And
did you pull that
meatballs.
from? That was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. Jacqueline Smith was my favorite.
Meatballs.
Oh yeah, she was
Yeah.
pretty hot.
Jacqueline
Jacqueline
Smith was my favorite cheerleader. No,
I tell you what,
do you call her? Charlie's Angels.
Charles, I'll tell you who I thought was extremely attractive was Linda Carter.
I
the
didn't
Wonder Woman.
know. I didn't have the hots for her.
Oh, she was beautiful. Linda Carter.
I think I
How about Kathy Ireland?
liked Bionic Woman more than I liked Wonder Woman.
Brooke
No.
Shields.
No.
No, she didn't do it for me. There's got to be
Marie Osmond.
no. Oh, she's cute.
Valerie Bertinelli.
Yeah,
Yes.
Valerie
Thank
Bertinelli.
you. Yes. Now you're getting there.
Strumming that guitar.
Yeah. No.
How about
Yes.
Madonna Marana? You like Madonna back
Madonna.
then?
Oh, I had a huge.
Back then, she looks like a freak now.
I know.
Oh,
she
dude,
really
you see her on one of
does.
the last?
She was on.
What's going on
She
with
was
her?
on either Jimmy Kimmel or one of those Fallon shows recently, and I saw this little snippet.
She was on an award ceremony where she was like dressed in some sort of elastic black thing, and she turned around and she was wearing like some thong, and you saw that big ass.
Well, it was fake. Put
ass
on,
was fake?
yes. She's like 65.
Oh, you're saying
butt-
she had like prostheses
she had
in there or
she had
something.
some kind of work done on her ass to get it to look like that at the age of 65 or whatever she is.
That's sad. I know. I brought this up before. It's sad that women at that age feel like they still need to look like they're 25, and so they do all this work and they look horrible, in my opinion. I don't know. I hate it.
Look at that. She's just gross.
Is this recent?
I don't know. Put in like
She's really 65 years old.
look at her. She looks yes.
Look at all that work she's had.
I mean, she looks plastic.
And who was Billy Joel's wife? Cindy
Ooh,
Crawford?
Christy
Christy
Brinkley.
Christy Brinkley. Yeah, she was good on. Plus, she showed up. Christy Brinkley showed up on the Chevy Chase National Lampoon movies, right? Driving that Ferrari.
She was driving the Ferrari.
Don't you
yeah.
want to go for it?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I love that part where
Ooh,
she's in the
it's
pool
great.
area.
It was
what
great.
about Bo Derek?
Oh,
Eh,
what do you mean?
Yeah.
Have you seen 10, or did they not have
Where
that
she's
movie
running down
in
the beach?
Indonesia?
of course, that was tantalizing. Yes,
Tantalizing.
but
Hey, it's a
but I'm talking. But I'm talking about like crushes. No, she wouldn't be a crush. But who was the girl on Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Her name's not Mia Farrow.
Mia Sarah.
Mia Sarah.
Yes.
Yeah, she was hot. She was very cute.
Yeah.
But hell, the Dirty Dancing chick was cute. The Dirty Dancing chick on and Ferris. Oh yeah, look at
Oh
that.
my. Yeah.
And
She-
she's still cute today.
She kind of is. She's
She
a
was
good-looking
in-
older woman. Yeah.
She was in a fantasy movie called Legend
Was that with Tom Cruise?
With Tom Cruise. I really enjoyed that movie.
I don't
It's
think
very
I
graphic.
ever saw that.
I mean, graphic from the point where it was very pretty.
It was it was fantasy. I think it was well done. And I like the guy who played the devil.
Yeah, that was cool.
Tim Curry. He did.
I've never seen that movie, Legend. I don't think.
It's good.
How about Daryl Hannah?
Cute.
And Splash.
She was hot in Splash.
She kind of looks she's very plastic these days.
Is she? Well, they all are. That's what's so sad.
Yeah.
But you know who's hanging tough is Elizabeth Shue.
Oh yeah, she's in The Boys.
I know, and she doesn't look bad.
No, she's like boobing it out and everything.
Yeah, she does not look bad. And I was like, I had a major crush on her.
Back to the Future.
Yeah,
Karate Kid.
Yeah. Oh well, and then The Saint came out. That's when I was like, oh my gosh.
How about
She's so cute.
Gina Davis?
No.
No, it didn't really do it for me.
No.
Kim Basinger?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that works.
9.5 weeks.
Who was in the Thelma and Louise? Who was the
That was
one?
Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon. That's
She didn't do
right.
much for me.
No, she was a activist hack from the beginning, wasn't she?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, but okay, we're getting there.
No, she
But
didn't.
she's pretty. She is pretty. Susan Sarandon is.
Well,
She was kind of hot in Bull Durham.
I never saw that.
Oh, good movie.
Never saw
Kevin Costner.
it. Yeah, I never saw it.
Oh, that's a good one. You need to go back and watch that one.
Really? It was an all right movie.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Never saw it.
Great baseball movie. If you
Mm.
like baseball.
How about Winona Ryder?
Cute.
Never did much for me.
Kirstie Alley?
Back in the day, she was pretty. Back
What about
when,
Ali Sheedy?
no,
Any of that Rat Pack?
no.
For me, it was Demi Moore in that Rat
yeah,
Pack.
Demi Moore. Yeah, Kirstie Alley these days. She's a look at that picture right there, the third one ever. She was attractive back then. She's a good conservative too.
Yeah, she is. She is. She's not afraid to speak her mind in on Twitter and stuff.
No,
Yeah,
think
I like that.
I think she realizes, my career's done.
She
Yeah,
reminds
I
me
don't
of
give a
Taylor Dane.
shit. The '90s pop music.
Yeah, I think they look similar. Taylor Dane and Kirstie Alley. I think they look very similar.
Some, yeah.
Let's look at a picture of Taylor Dane. Yeah,
Well,
sort of. Maybe not.
well.
How about Jessica Lange? Remember when she was on King Kong?
Oh yeah, she was pretty.
Yeah.
Well, remember her in Somewhere in Time?
No, that was Jane Seymour.
Damn it.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Come on, Paul.
Hold on. Say it again. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Jessica Lange.
Jessica Lange.
Okay.
She's a blonde.
Yes. No, I wasn't thinking of that one. I was thinking of Tootsie.
That was Dustin Hoffman.
Oh. Oh, my bad. I thought Dustin Hoffman was hot. Hot. No, that's Jessica Lange.
No, that's Terry Garr.
No, it is not.
I'll bet you $100.
Look it up. It's Jessica Lange.
Terry Garr.
It is not Terry Garr. You gonna bet me $100?
No.
It is Terry. It is. It's Jessica Lange. I'm 100% positive. I'll bet you $100. No. Oh, that's the roommate.
So Terry Garr was in.
She is in there, but
See,
that's not the love interest.
So I win.
But that's not the love interest.
Oh, well, now we're gonna start breaking it down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Kind of
yes.
like you're fasting with alcohol.
Right.
You're gonna start
She's
change
what?
the program.
What is she? She's the best friend. She's the roommate, maybe. Who was Terry Garr in that movie?
I don't remember. I saw that.
Such a great
That's-
movie.
I saw that in the theaters when it came out, and I haven't seen it since.
It was so good.
when exactly did Goldie Hawn jump the shark? I mean, she's still cute today.
And then there's also Sally Fields.
Well,
But
Goldie Hawn never
she's
really
always
did
been-
much for me,
but
personally.
she was always been cute. Like
Always.
I recall there was a movie that Goldie Hawn played
Overboard.
with Steve
Protocol.
Martin, where she was a waitress or something, and Steve Martin was on his way. He was going to do this dream house or something like that.
I
and
remember. I've seen it.
so she kind of like acts like she's his wife, and it was kind of a cute movie. I forget.
It
what
was
the
a
name
good
of it is.
movie.
Steve Martin and Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but Protocol. She was really cute in Protocol.
What about Meg Ryan?
Oh yeah.
Top Gun.
Yeah.
Oh, and also,
When Harry Met
you-
Sally.
yeah, and Email. What is that with Tom?
You've got
you have
you've got
mail?
You've Got Mail.
It wasn't Sleepless in Seattle. Wasn't she in that as well?
She was. I think the best movie I've seen her in, you're gonna laugh, is Joe versus the Volcano. She was she was great in that movie. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever seen Joe versus the Volcano?
Susanna Hoffs. No.
You never saw that? Oh,
No.
that's a great movie. It's Tom Hanks.
Oh, it was House Sitter with Goldie Hawn and Steve Martin. by the way.
Yes, that's right.
I thought that was Money Pit with Tom Hanks.
That was the lady from Cheers.
Yeah.
Tommy Hanks, and that was Money Pit. That was
Tommy Hanks.
what did I say? Well, Tom Hanks. Oh,
Thomas.
Tommy, I know Tom.
Tommy.
Hey,
Hey,
Tommy.
Tommy.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
How you going?
Yeah.
All right, what is the girl's name from Cheers?
Her
Diane is her name.
No,
Is
no.
is a show
name.
on
No,
Cheers.
no. God, we suck at this.
Shelley
tonight.
Long. Is
Yeah,
that her
Shelley
name?
Long.
Shelley
There you
Long.
go.
She's great in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, how about Shel Pfeiffer?
Oh yeah.
She's pretty.
That's a big old whack.
You know the
Wow.
you know the hottest movie I saw her in was Into the Night. You probably have never even heard of that movie.
No, Lady Hawk.
Was that Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yes.
But Into the Night.
She turned
Into the Night was with Jeff Goldblum.
I don't know.
Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Pfeiffer. Great movie.
That was like 2000. That was a recent one.
No.
Oh, Into the Night in '85.
Yeah, it's an old one. Is it Jeff Goldblum?
I never saw it, so I don't know.
Jeff Goldblum. Yep.
Yeah.
And Stacey Pickering.
I want to go back and watch that movie again. It was a great movie.
How about the '80s movie? Oh my God. Never mind. Just Less Than Zero.
With
Who?
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. Hold on. There was a
Who?
couple.
and the Bangles song.
Time.
Yeah,
time,
Austin would love
time.
that movie.
New. That's just how it sounded.
Okay, well that was a remake of
Yes, of Simon and Garfunkel.
Simon Garfunkel.
That's
right.
Andrew McCarthy.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Is Jamie Gertz played?
No, she was in Lost Boys.
Yeah, she played on Less Than Zero.
She was on
pretty
Twister.
hot.
She was cute in Lost Boys.
She was on Twister. She was the obnoxious psychologist.
But Jamie Gertz, Lost Boys.
Yeah, so Jamie Gertz was she's annoying as fuck now. I mean, but she was hot during that time that movie when that
Oh,
movie
wow.
came out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at that. Look at that picture from the 80s. You got Irene Cara from Fame.
She did nothing for me.
Wow.
What is-
I'm kind
The
of
lead
taken
singer?
aback by these pictures of Jamie Gertz.
Yeah, she's
All I really remember her from is from Twister.
see, when I saw this movie, I got her confused with the singer of who sang the time Less Than Zero.
Irene, Susanna Hoffs.
Yeah, yes, because they
Right
look
there.
very similar. Look at that.
They do look similar.
Yeah, I was.
I
like,
actually think Susanna Hoffs prettier.
damn, look at our producer. Like on fucking point. Do you see him toggle
He
between
is
those
on
tabs?
point. I like it.
Oh, look at that
Ooh,
one in
okay.
Cleveland,
Wow. yeah.
1980s. Anyway, so there's just a couple slices. I mean, there weren't
Jeez.
that many. There weren't really that many, but
Many what?
there were a few. The 80s hot chicks that we grew up
I
with.
think there's
mean,
more than
What are
we're
you talking
thinking
about?
of.
We just rattled off like 40.
Yeah, well, I mean, what did you have any posters on your wall? I mean, did you have a wackatorium you kind of saluted?
I had
I
Farrah-
had a Madonna poster.
I had Farrah Fawcett.
I did have a Madonna poster. Is that hard to admit?
No,
Or-
I mean,
or
I don't care.
Should
What'd
I be
you
ashamed
have?
to admit?
I don't recall having a poster.
We just forgot somebody. Cindy Crawford.
Oh,
Yeah. That was a little later in the teens.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
She-
mentioned Wackatorium.
Oh, okay.
Cindy Crawford comes
And
to
Paul
mind.
was
there.
going through his Rolodex. Yeah, I did her
Yeah.
10 times.
Yeah.
Or 15.
Yeah, yep, I glued those pages together.
Oh, gross.
You know, that and the
sticky calendar.
that and my record
Jeez.
album of Samantha Fox.
Ugh.
She was a pinup girl. Like, happened to get a song.
Wow. Look how stunning. And her daughter
Her
looks
daughter looks just like her, I
just-
think.
like her.
Yeah.
It's creepy. Oh wow, she was a beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yeah, I'm still digging Jamie Gertz, though.
Yeah. No, I'm impressed. I haven't seen those pictures before. I can't even really remember Lost Boys. Who was the main?
Keith Sutherland.
Okay.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it his breakout movie? Probably.
And it had the two Corys in it. As one of his first ones.
Corey Hart.
No, Corey, the one that killed himself.
Corey
Wear
Haim.
my
Corey Haim.
sunglasses
Corey
at
Haim
night.
and Corey, who's the one who we made fun of? a
Corey
few
Feldman.
Corey Feldman.
Yeah, the one that said he had big news.
Yeah, never.
I feel bad for
materialized.
him. He was totally abused.
I think he's got some mental issues, but
Yeah. I think
There's
he's
Jason
messed up. I think he's got-
Patrick.
he was in Speed as well.
Edward Herman was the dad or the
dad,
stepdad.
He
On
was
Speed?
He was the dad in Gilmore Girls. Yeah, he was in Speed with Sandra Bullock. She's another one, Sandra Bullock.
Oh, yeah, she's a cutie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Sandra. I like her a lot. You know, those guys. That is. I wonder if the story's ever going to really come out. You know, because every time, like when Corey Feldman came up with these interviews, he was kind of like, "Yeah, I've got a whole library of information I can reveal about the pedophilia going on, and how his friend Corey Haim was involved in it, and he was abused, and how they both were abused, but Corey Haim was abused even more, according to Feldman.
Well, he killed him and ultimately killed himself.
Yeah, well,
Via
drugs and
drugs.
stuff.
Dude,
but-
if the Epstein list hasn't come out by now,
The Corey Feldman list isn't.
none of that stuff is going to come out. I'm
You-
sorry. The
you know what?
powerful are going to suppress this shit, and it's never
Based
going to
on-
come out.
Based on what Corey Feldman has done in the past 5 years, they're kind of like, you know what? Look, dude, we'll continue to help promote your career. And it's like every 2 or 3 years they allow him to come up with another album or something, and he just does this off the wall crazy shit.
Michael Jackson shit.
Oh God, it's like, dude, come on.
Well,
You
that-
were not Michael Jackson.
Well, the video you guys showed me was a long time ago. That wasn't recent.
Well, I mean, these are recent. These are within the last 2-3 years. Well, maybe 5 years now.
How old is this guy now? He's got to be almost 50,
Cordy,
mid 40s.
Well, he was born in 71, so he's 51
Shit,
years.
he's your age.
My
So
age.
he's 52, right?
He's
53.
Damn, that's crazy.
Dude, you're a year older than me.
I'm
Your
53.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's
so
your
I'm
age.
52, and he's 71. So he's
I'm
your,
the youngest one of the three of us.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but
What?
Corey Feldman has
You're the
quite the
baby.
career too. I mean,
I'm
it's like
36.
one of my all-time favorites movies was growing up in the 80s. I'll just say, favorite movies growing up in the 80s. I'll say Goonies.
Goonies.
I mean, just one, a classic movie you can watch this today. Goonies.
Goonies, huh?
One of my favorites was Aliens.
Yeah, that and True Lies rank is
Well, that was a little bit later for me, anyway. And I tell you a weird one that I used to. Well, Star Wars,
And Predator.
Star Wars, obviously, as a kid, was highly influential. But every year, me and my buddy would go see Fantasia.
that's the Disney thing.
Correct, with the classical music to it. And
I think I saw. I haven't seen the whole thing.
we'd,
I want to
we'd
go
go
back and watch
every
that.
single year. It'd come out once a year,
That's super cool.
and we'd go every year and watch it.
I like
we were,
that.
Until we were like 11 or 12, right?
I like that.
So
That's cool.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it in years, but those. Well, again, I don't know what I think about it today. I'm sure I'd like it.
Well, I mean, that's what we were talking about. It's like we talk about all these movies. Why not go back and watch them? Like Xanadu. I know that sounds
Well, how-
cheesy.
How about the
I would
Breakfast Club?
I would love to go back and watch Xanadu.
I wish they would redo the Breakfast Club, but at the same time, I don't.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they could make it like where it's not so woke, that's the reason why I don't want them to do it. But if they could make it,
why remake it? It was brilliant.
yeah, well, whatever. I mean, you got the Breakfast Club, and that's another one that's a classic. I can watch that one again.
You know, we
How about-
talked about that's a perfect example. Like earlier in the podcast, we were talking about the different cliques of schools.
Right.
Breakfast Club is the epitome of all that.
Sure it is. Yeah.
The total
Well, I
epitome
mean,
of
that's
all
the
that.
that's-
design of
that's-
the movie was to envelop all those.
That was the whole point of the
That's
movie.
when we were in high school.
Yeah, you had what were they? One was a jock, one was a skater dude,
One was a nerd.
one was a nerd,
The Ali
was the
Sheedy.
creepy- Ali
Ali
Sheedy was
Sheedy
like
was
a
just a weirdo goth chick.
She was goth. Exactly. Goth is the perfect word for that.
Then Molly Ringwald was the goody
Pretty,
two-shoes,
yeah,
right?
the pretty popular girl.
Right. And then you had the nerd Anthony
What
Michael
a fantastic movie that was.
Yeah,
so we're looking at a picture
you have
of
Emilio
the five of them.
Estevez, then you have Judd Nelson, Molly, as you guys said, Ali Sheedy,
Yeah.
and Paul Gleason.
Who?
He was the principal
principal.
or vice principal.
He was the
Then you have
principal.
Anthony Michael Hall, which is the dude in the center there.
Yeah. Wow, that's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, well, even Anthony Michael Hall, he was in a couple funny movies.
He was in Vacation
Uh,
and 16 Candles.
He was
Oh,
also
that's
in
right.
Weird Science.
yeah, Weird Science. I
Yeah.
thought that was funny.
That's a great movie. Ali Sheedy was
That
cute,
lady
too.
that was in Weird Science was pretty smoking as well. What was
She
her name?
was. Oh, there's no way I would remember that name.
She was in Lady in Red as well.
Yeah, she was British.
Yeah, she was married to Steven Seagal for a while.
Really?
Yes. God, what was her name?
Kelly LeBrock.
Oh, yes.
Kelly LeBrock. Very nice. All right, so
He had Bill Paxton play as Chet, his brother.
Oh,
Remember
it was
that dick?
great.
He's
was
such a
great.
dick.
yes,
speak-
he was. He was such a dick.
Yeah, look at that.
We saw that movie recently, like in the last 3 years. Weird Science.
Didn't he get turned into a big pile of shit?
Yes. Yes, he did.
He was like, "What's up?"
What's up, dude? Oh, wow. Well, so why don't we go back and watch some of these movies, man?
I'm
That'd be
afraid they
fun.
won't. I'm afraid they won't hold up.
Well, but they will. They will because we have memories attached to them. Like I watched Weird Science,
Right.
and it held up.
Right.
It totally held up.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that again. I'd like to see 16 Candles again.
That'd be a good one.
I'd watch Xanadu again. I've seen that movie once. Again, it was in the theater. I don't know what that's going to be like.
I want to watch that
you
one.
know
Oh,
what
it's
one-
going to be crazy cheesy.
So if I were to pick a
Yeah.
movie that I think Jeff was going to watch, was like Steel Magnolias.
Pass.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
Uh,
you would like that.
fried green tomatoes. was
Well, they had
preferred.
Oh,
Predator, Back to the
God.
Future, Ghostbusters. I mean, there's a lot. I'll tell you, faggishly, I like the Land Before
Faggishly?
Time.
Oh,
The-
we forgot Julia Roberts.
And Pretty Woman, she was good.
She was
Yeah,
pretty.
was that in the 80s?
Gotta
No,
be.
that was in the 90s. I
That'd
think.
be early
That was
90s.
the
And then you got
90s.
Beetlejuice. Was that in the 80s or was that in the 90s?
That's Gina Davis. And
That's in the,
Winona
that was
Ryder.
in 1988.
Yeah.
The
That's
Beetlejuice.
Alec Baldwin, isn't it?
What? Michael Keaton in the Beetlejuice?
Michael Keaton.
No, the husband.
Oh, I don't know.
Gina Davis's husband.
Oh, he was
It's
Alec Baldwin. Yeah.
Yes.
Freaking. You know what? I'll watch Beetlejuice again.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Yeah, that's the fact that.
Michael Keaton is awesome in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, Desperately Seeking Susan. Did you guys see that one with Madonna?
I tried watching that and I couldn't get through it.
How about
that was Sean Penn?
Sean Penn? I don't know. No, that was Shanghai Surprise or something like that.
the cartoon? Believe it or not, The Little Mermaid.
Loved it.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah,
Oh, I took
she's hot.
and she's promiscuous too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's actually anything you want her to be.
but you got.
I remember taking a girl on a date to that movie. That was.
Well, I mean, everyone loves the songs. I mean, with the
great.
kids growing up, I mean, I know every song that came out there. But you've got Big with Tom Hanks. Remember Big?
Oh yeah.
That was fantastic. And
Who
then,
was the girl in that show? She was a cutie.
The older lady, right?
Yeah, she
Elizabeth Perkins.
Elizabeth Perkins. She was pretty.
I don't remember.
She was all right.
I thought she was cute.
Oh, that's just it. She was cute. Let me see, where's she at? I think we got a good picture of her. There he is, right there.
Yeah, there's other movies that she's been in that she looks a little bit better than that.
I wonder how she felt after she found out that she banged a child in the movie.
Well, you
Did they
remember
end up
how it ended.
screwing?
Yeah, well, I mean, she gave him a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, exactly.
Come see me when you're 18.
Right.
Is that what she said?
I
I don't remember
Don't
that.
remember the weird giggle.
So she came and visited him as a kid. I don't remember how it ended.
Yeah, she.
Yeah, well, he was at the Zovar,
Zoltar!
Yeah,
Zanzibar.
at the Zoltar wish machine.
Oh.
And, she was like, no, 'cause she's chasing him, trying to find him, track him down because he's at this place where the Zoltar machine was at, and he made the wish, and he's coming around the corner, and she looks at him, she says, and he's wearing this adult suit that's over too big for him.
Right.
And she started talking to him, and he was kind of like, yeah, well, this is me, and this is the way I am. She gives him a kiss on the cheek, and she's like, well, when you're old enough, give me a call. She didn't say quite like that, but she wants.
So do you think they hooked up later?
I don't know, man. I think the potential's there. They had that soulmate connection.
She was what? Probably 20 years older than him.
I don't know.
That's not uncommon.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but by the time she's going to be in her 40s by the time he's 20.
Yeah. Well, how old was he there? Like 12, 18, 14,
That's what I mean.
13?
How old is she? Probably 32.
Well, remember the
35?
case? Remember the case of the teacher and the student, and she ended up going to jail, and he waited for her, and she got out,
kids.
and they had kids. They had a family and everything, and then they got divorced.
Yeah,
That's
she's
so
dead
weird.
now. She died.
She died? What'd she die of?
She got sick. Cancer, I think.
That's too bad.
I'll tell you another great movie, which is not very. Dead Poet Society with Robin Williams.
Never saw it.
I did, and I thought it was just kind of nauseating.
I never saw it.
Really?
Yeah, I just thought it was too idealistic and too
Probably too cerebral. For you.
too something. I was
What about
like,
Soul
It's an
Man?
adult
maybe I
movie.
just wasn't in the mood for it. I thought it was going to be maybe funny, but it was too intense.
Too artsy.
Yeah, too artsy and intense.
What about Soul Man with C. Thomas Howell?
Oh my God!
How would they get away with that today?
I don't know.
So that's blackface, right?
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
he
man.
Tons
dresses
of
up.
blackface. The whole movie is blackface.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I don't think they could make that these days.
No, they totally couldn't. Oh my
No.
gosh.
Terminator came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
A classic one. Look at
Well,
that.
he's at his pimp.
11
You know what that
of the most
reminds me of?
racist movies ever.
That reminds me of Weird Science when Anthony Michael Hall's like, "Yo, bitches, you're the best." When he's like totally shit faced.
You see, the bitches, they cannot hold their smoke.
Right.
That's what it is. He's sitting at an old table full
Yes,
of
yes.
black jazz musicians, you know.
You know who
Yes.
the girl is there?
That's great.
That's Ray Dong Chong.
She's pretty.
Tommy Chong's from Cheech and Chong.
Really?
That's his daughter, yeah.
So she was also in Commando.
I think you're right, yeah.
Cute. She's really cute.
How about Red Dawn?
Great movie.
Did you guys watch that?
Oh,
I
that
did. I don't
was-
remember it, though, at all.
Okay, well, you know who the actors were.
Well, was it Patrick Swayze?
What? Yes, it was Patrick Swayze.
But yeah, I saw Red. Yes, that was Patrick Swayze.
Leah Thomas, Charlie Sheen actually was in the
Charlie
movie.
Sheen.
See Thomas Howell.
No, that's the remake with Thor in it.
What?
No, Charlie Sheen's in
Hey,
it.
right there.
Yeah,
Yes.
Chuck Sheen,
And
Yeah.
Leah Thompson.
C. Thomas Howell,
Yeah, Leah
and the
Thompson,
girl from Dirty Dancing.
Jennifer Grey.
Jennifer Grey.
Yeah.
Oh, she looks hot there, doesn't she?
Yeah, Chuck Sheen,
Love the way she's holding that gun.
Pat Swayze.
Have we talked about the Jennifer Grey Mia Sarah picture where they're gonna
Oh, when they're kissing.
when they're about to kiss, and it was like just they're making jokes.
You did. You said you had like the erection from that.
Oh
Dude.
my god! I had a flashback.
That was the cum load that made me black
it
out.
totally
I woke up a week
was.
later.
It totally was cum load.
Dude,
Is that what you said?
that's where all the blood totally came out of my brain, and I woke up a week later.
You got to look that up. Look up Jennifer Grey, Mia Sarah kiss. Just look up that Jennifer Grey. It is the hottest picture I've ever seen.
Nah, that's me.
Isn't it funny? We're such pervs.
You guys are.
No, you are.
Whatever,
I've never heard of
dude.
this.
Oh, wait till you see the picture.
You're so full of shit.
Just like what Sean said, cum load or whatever he said.
You got to remember. How about the
Jeez.
Karate Kid? That's about as 80s as it gets.
Well, that was Elizabeth Shue.
Wax on and wax off.
Was that Elizabeth Shue? Yes, it
Yes,
was.
that was Elizabeth Shue.
Mia Sarah. No. Where is it? Where is
like-
it?
You guys are so
no.
disappointed.
Oh, hold on. Don't just
on.
wait for it. Oh, damn it. They scrubbed it from the internet.
Challenge accepted. Stand by.
Well, you're not going to be able to show it.
You may have to Google it.
Google.
Yeah. Take your safe search off.
It was.
Are they like full nude?
No. They're not even kissing. They're just leaning in for a kiss.
Like tongues?
No tongue. Why are you being
Like
weird?
drooling?
Why are you being all like perv and stuff? There it is.
Look at that dude. So Jennifer Grey kissing Mia Sarah between takes of the Ferris Bueller. Look at that open mouth and that's
Tell me that is
You guys
not
scroll up.
something else.
look. There's several takes of it
We're
because you can
such
see
pervs,
how her
but-
mouth is a little closer on the next one.
Yes.
Oh, God.
You
I
guys
need-
are pervs.
I need a minute.
I was going to say that I need a moment.
You guys need to rehydrate?
Wow.
Anyways.
Paul is staring.
I am. My mouth is open.
All right. Well, speaking of bucket lists,
All
that
right.
is something I'd like to add to the bucket list. But that is really a beautiful
This is
picture.
the greatest picture ever. Oh, we're such pervs. All right.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This podcast, I didn't think we were going to be talking about this for this long, but whatever. It's dudes like us, and we're reminiscing about the '80s, and we're drinking the Angel's Envy.
We are.
I think
Well,
we chatted
Paul
about
and
it.
I have. I don't think you've had
Yeah.
any
What
of
do
yours
you?
yet.
You're,
I've had plenty of mine. I've been sipping it. I'm just.
you've been responsible tonight.
I know. What's up with that? You said you don't have the feeling. The spirit is lost.
I don't feel like it's because I'm not drunk.
I've lost that love. No, this is barrel 1555, and it's made from the port wine barrels, which is different from the rest of them. This one's chosen from the Total Wine. It was featured by the Total Wine.
So it's a store pick.
It's a store pick, and this is bottle 89 of barrel 1555. Curiously, how many bottles do you get out of a barrel?
We've done this math before.
We have done that.
A lot.
math.
All right. So,
A
okay.
lot.
How about this? Where do the barrels come from? Do they come from the big vats?
What?
So, when you
they
flip a
age
barrel,
them in barrels.
pardon?
Yes.
They age it in barrels.
It's the clear.
They age it in barrel, but
It's the clear distillate.
understand. But
Yes.
so when they're talking
Moonshine.
when they're talking about barrels, though, you have a batch of the multi-grain product, the base, and they take it from a large vat that they make themselves out of all their recipe, and then they age in the barrels. So how many barrels fit in a vat?
Oh, good lord. Who knows? Well, the vats
well,
are all
that one
different.
that one video said it was 9,350 gallons,
All right, so I guess there's
and those barrels are what 55 gallons.
all right. Well,
I don't
you know
know.
what? That's
A
that's what I think about. So when you think of this as a barrel 1555, yeah, is that how many vats is that? Is that like
The vats are different sizes, not a standard size of vat.
Yeah.
yeah? All right. Well, these are continuing deep thoughts by dudes like us.
Yes.
All right,
August 23rd, I got to text my dad. I'm such a piece of shit. Happy birthday, Pop.
hope he's
August
not-
23rd. 80
He might
years
be
old.
He might be asleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm waking his ass
He's
up.
out partying.
He's hitting the strip
Bar
clubs.
The strip
hopping.
joints.
Come on,
You should take your
bitches.
dad to the strip joint.
Dude,
Oh, that'd have been the best.
Yeah, sit there.
And how could we should have gone with you? How we can say no? I mean, it's his father's birthday. I mean, we don't want to go, honey, but I mean,
Sean's
he's
making
80.
us.
He's 80 for God's sake.
It only happens once.
Yeah, and he's giving us $1,000 in ones.
I'm Sean.
I'm Paul
And I'm Jeff.
And producer Austin.
and producer Austin.